Alright, and welcome back for another episode of Magic Farm 2. Today I want to get some mana beans automated, and we're going to do that with golems. But first, we have a little issue. If I zoom in on the map here, we can see pretty clearly that this is not converting to magical forest properly. We can see around the little one with the pure node that it's very much clearly all changed, and around this big guy most of it's changed but not all of it. And this one it's kind of hit and miss, and I want that whole area to be magic forest. So it's time to lumberjack this guy down because let's try this. Lumberjacking down because my actual stream is so broken that I don't even want to use it just to cut this guy down. And the good news is I'm getting double of each of these. Bad news is I'm not going to have enough room for all of them. Well, actually I will, because I'm just going to put it right here in this. So I just did Control Shift and left click, and that moves them all in there, but the problem is it doesn't stack them properly. I'm trying to see if I can see two here. Okay, here's a Volatus and here's a Volatus. So those don't stack up properly, and if you sort them, you know, I should have two Volatus here and I don't. So yeah, that's one of the reasons to move this over to the filing cabinet. Anyway, let's get this guy chopped down and get all his. I'm going to take the beans off first. I don't know what happens if you lumberjack it. Actually, we'll try that with the last couple. I don't know what happens if you lumberjack it with them on there still. Okay, there must be a cave there because obviously there's a zombie right over there. I think if, yeah, see those stacking? If you just shift click, they do stack properly, but if you use the space and click, or the, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Space click or the control shift click, I don't think, it doesn't work right for some reason. So, little fun NEI glitch, gotcha, bug, whatever it is. Okay, yeah, let's chop this guy down, and let's see what happens with the two that were still on there. Okay, looks like they harvested. We got 3 out of that, so that looks like it did the right thing. Okay, so I'm going to give this just a minute. Obviously, I definitely want to get all... Oh yeah, I've got my hatchet on. And my excavation one. So actually the stream is great because these all just fall really quickly for you, but... sorry for the weird perspective here. Trying to get all these chopped down. And hopefully we'll get another sapling. Alright, let's get our excavation. Oh, and it's nighttime, of course. Definitely want to get all these chopped down because we got to see if we can't get another sapling out of it. Like I said, I have replanted this area a lot of times and been fairly fortunate with the saplings. Oh yeah, I got one already. Let's see, I got 2 here instead of 1 because I did bring one out with me. Let me just fly up here. We'll finish it from here. Yeah, I've been fairly fortunate. I think I started with like 20, and I think I still got about 15 left. So yeah, they're not infinitely renewable by any means, but overall I've done pretty well. And falling. Okay, that's it. That's it. Alright, let's go get some daytime. And I guess on the way by, I can toss this in. Oh yeah, well, let's do this. Nothing should spawn up here. So I did bring the rest of those nodes home, and I thought I'd just break them on camera here. So right click, no, left, yeah, right click. I said right click, and I did a left click. Okay, so now we have a full set of nodes all around here. Put that guy in for a minute, because I just used up a little bit of earth on the excavation. there. But yeah, just to show the kind of nodes I go for. This one's kind of weak, but I was having trouble finding good fire nodes. There, that's much better. So it's only a 37, but it's got 4 different aspects, so, you know, altogether that's almost 150 or so. There's another one, not bad, 3 of them. Of course, these aren't fully charged. That one is. You know, that's kind of my minimum I'd like to go for. Again, the fire ones I've had to sacrifice a bit on this time around just because of the nodes I was able to find. And, oh yeah, this one only has 2, but they're size 80, so that's pretty good. Usually try to get it to total up at least 100 of, you know, well, across the aspects for each one. And you can also do single aspects. You'll find nodes that like have 100 air or 110 aura or not aura, earth or whatever. Alright, so let's give that a few minutes to try to grow. Hopefully it'll pop for us. And I don't know if we'll get a pure node in this episode or not, but we'll see. And we can kind of get going on this while it's working on getting us a good tree down there. Come on. Just farming up a little more nether wart. Okay, so I want to do this with golems because golems are awesome, and this is Thaumcraft, and why wouldn't you, right? So let's take a look. I've got a bunch of the golems unlocked. I don't have them all, but that's fine for this. You can start with straw. Wooden's just a little bit better, and then you go down and they get a little bit slower and a little bit stronger. So if you want to carry like lots of stuff, the further down is better. And then the ones on the right are kind of a side upgrade. So these can carry 1 upgrade, and the ones over here on the right can carry 2. So flesh golems, tallow golems, and thaumium golems, which I don't have unlocked yet to even see. So I haven't researched this guy yet, but that's okay, because I'm going to go with flesh golems, and they're going to be good. So let's see, their strength is low, so they only have a carry limit of 4, but that's okay, because mana beans you can only carry 1 at a time anyway. Speed is above average, that's pretty good, and you get the 2 upgrades, which we're going to want, because I want to make sure that the one guy can replant, and that he can see far enough to get everything. So rotten flesh together makes a block of flesh, and then you throw in the block of flesh in the crucible after you've put in 8 humanus, 8 modus, and 8 spiritus. So I think it's pretty fitting that the skulls I drop when I die, several times, have humanus and spiritus on them. So I'm going to use those. They also have death on them, obviously, because I died. But I'm going to use these for the humanus and the spiritus, and then the modus I'm going to get out of trapdoors, and then of course this will make the blocks of flesh. So rather than dropping this in directly into the crucible, because we would have a bunch of extra arbor and a bunch of extra death that we don't need, and would basically cause what is it? It's not taint. The purple goo, the flux. Well, it is taint, I guess. Yeah, the purple taint stuff. I'm going to throw them in here, and this is going to cook them down and distill them for us, right? So we're going to get some modus here and some arbor here, and then I can go ahead and get just the modus out with these glass files. Alright, so this is going to take just a little bit to get all that done. Yeah, we'll just throw these in here too. So this is, well, I'm going to give it a minute because it's not going to be able to do much until this comes down. And I didn't use alimentum, so this is going to take a little bit. And these have a lot of stuff in them, so it's going to fill that vial up really, really fast. Anyway, that'll just take a minute. While that's happening, I want to make 2 golems, so I'm going to need 2 blocks of flesh. Sound like Dr. Frankenstein. 2 blocks of flesh. Something like that. Excuse me. And yeah, we'll give that a little bit more. Well, actually, there's no reason these can't be in. Ah, yeah, too late. I was just gonna not waste the coal because it's not gonna get anywhere until that empties out a bit. We'll look at it while that tree's down. Yeah, so in the middle there it's pretty good, but then out on these edges is... I'm not sure why it kind of partially turned. You know, maybe we should move that over one. Let me take a look here. Yeah, let's move it over 2. Because I want to make sure these turn. Because what I want to do is make a little house kind of thing here for the magical beans, so that nothing can get in and mess with our golems. In this mod pack it really doesn't matter because I don't think anything attacks golems here, but if you've got Ars Magica, which some of the other packs do have, it has something to the effect of the Ars Magica creatures will attack iron golems, and Thaumcraft golems use some of the, you know, the villager iron golem AI or something, I don't know exactly what, and they end up attacking and killing your golems, which if you got hunting or gathering or chopping or harvesting type golems, they don't defend themselves, they just stand there and die. Okay, so each vial here will take 8 of an aspect. Oops, and I'm going to have to do the little label trick now. So there's my 8 modus, and yeah, I'm going to have to move the label around to get it all into the same bottle. So we'll put that there for the humanus. There should be somewhere else here. 1 change. I guess that's a leftover. Let's get rid of that. It's kind of a leftover, but Aurum is tough to come by. We'll keep that around. And I'll just clear this. I don't know of anything that needs death, and if... well, I shouldn't say that. I got Thaumic Tinkerer on here, and I don't know all the Thaumic Tinkerer stuff, so... I won't clear it. I'll keep it there unless I need to clear it for some reason. Okay, so that's doing its thing, but like I said, these have... oh, nope, they're done. I was going to say, they've got a lot of aspects on them, so it's going to take a bit to get them all siphoned through. But I guess I talked enough over here that it's done its thing. Cool, so 1 more humanus, and then I can grab these. And how's our spiritus? There we go. Done. Alright, so basically we're going to do 1 spiritus, 1 humanus, 1 modus, and then a block of flesh. And that should give us a thing. What's it called again? Golem. Okay, so we're going to do spiritus, humanus, modus, block of flesh, bam, flesh golem. And we'll do it one more time. And 2 flesh golems. Cool. So we got our golems, but they're not going to do anything yet because, well, they just don't know what to do, right? So now we have to make some cores. So I want 1 for harvest and 1 for gather. They both take blank cores first, which means we need some nitor, which I didn't prepare ahead of time, but I did make some bricks. So let's get some bricks and oh yeah, right, that's for this guy. Let's get the nitor going. So that's going to be the 236 glowstone, coal, and torches. And do I have any nitor? No. Okay, so let's get some glowstone. I'm not going to need much, but we'll grab a half a stack for the moment. Leave it over here might be a good idea. Okay, so 236, or let's say 4, 6, 12. And then I'll click all the things in the wrong places for some reason. Alright, so there's our 4, 6, 12. That should give us what we need. Ah, get out of there. No, stop it. I'm trying to get just close enough and not too close. These boots, you know. Alright, and again, I think it doesn't matter, but I usually do the coal first because coal is a catalyst for some things, and if you don't do it first, you run the risk, bam, of creating something you weren't trying to create. Alright, while I'm at it, let's make a few more nitor, because I was actually going to do some up top on the roof. So what did I say, 4, 6, 12? Something like that. Alright, 4, 6, 12. Do we have some water still? Yes. 4, 6, 12. Coal. 8. Good. Now, let's go ahead and fill this up because it should be getting pretty low by now. Go use my, come on, infinite water source down here. Whee! Look at how cool that is. That's good stuff. One more? Sure, why not? Make a nitor, we may as well just make it. Now, you can make more at a time, like obviously I've doubled it from what we did before. But there is a limit. You can't do more than, I think it's 64 of a specific aspect. So, yeah, I think I could do quite a bit more than this actually, but I'd have to mess with it and see what works and what doesn't. Because you can overflow it and then things go bad. Alright, 4, 6, 12. Go. Go. Got it. Alright, let's throw a little glowstone in here. Oh, I'm going to have to make an upgrade for this guy pretty soon. Yeah, that's cool. We can do that. Okay, yeah, let me just do this. So, as far as infusion crafting goes, this nitor works as a stabilizing agent as well. So, what do I got? 8 left? Yeah, we can do 2 here and 2 here. Now, I think that is enough to be fully stabilized. Let me hit F7 because I think we won't need these torches since the nitor's up here. And actually there's a chandelier downstairs anyway, so it really shouldn't spawn anything anyway, but just checking. Oh, we got one here on the elevator itself. I'm annoyed by that. Well, and I can't, oh, well, alright, I'll leave it like that for now. For the moment, at least, and we'll see what we got there. Okay, daytime, just so nothing spawns, which, of course, it shouldn't, but who knows. I need to dig down under the house. I keep seeing zombies on the radar, and there must be a cave down there, and it's starting to drive me a little bit batty. Anyway, yeah, let's get going on this. So gather core, well, we need just blank cores first. So I need a nitor, 4 bricks, and a little bit of juice in the old arcane workbench here. 1, 2, 5, 8. See how I count those so well? And let's see, put the nitor in the middle. And come on. Hey, getting a little bit of weird lag or something. I'll have to restart here, I suppose. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's just get those 2. That's the easy part. Now, to make the gather core, I've got to throw in 5 lucrum and 5 earth, which is harder because it's not 8. If it's 8, I can get it in the glass files. Well, let's take a look at lucrum first. No, past it. Here it is. So we got lucrum on lots of stuff. Oh, it looks like it's on, well, that's going to add a lot of metal. Let's say gold and silver. We could do 2 gold and 1 silver bar, maybe. Yeah, that might be the best. The other option, yeah, that's probably alright. Let's do 2 gold and 1 silver bar. And then for Terra, I know we can do it with just dirt, which I think will just leave us 1 extra. So, yeah, that's cool. So let's get 5 dirt and 5 dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we want 5, so we want 3 dirt times 2 will give us 6, and then we want gold. Oh, do these have? No, those don't have. So this is gonna dump some extra metallum in there, and that could possibly cause some taint, some flux, some whatever that stuff is, but I think we'll be okay. And we can clean it up pretty easily if it does. So, Golemancy. I don't know if anybody knows a really good way to make these gather cores. That'd be cool if you do. Let me know. Love getting the comments and stuff I don't know about. Alright, so 5 and 5. That is 5, right? Yeah, the UI scale is so small. And that's going to be 6 here, 4 here, and 1 there. So that's going to do it. Oh, and then the blank. Like I'm missing something, right? And then the blank piece. Blank core. Oh, let me eat before I forget. Oh yeah, heads up. Getting those nodes. I flew all over the place, and if you're going to fly over the place, bring lots of food, because it makes you really hungry. Alright, dirt, gold, silver, blank core, and out comes a gather core. Now, we've got 9 metal and 1 terra. I think, because it'll actually spawn the purple flux goo above it, I think if you just put it there, it can't spawn, but I'm not quite sure. We'll see if it pops up here in a minute or not. But at any rate, so this will eventually, yeah, there it goes. So it's starting to break down. So metallum's made out of ordo and something else. So the metallum is breaking down to its base components, and eventually they'll all kind of dissipate away, but it can make a bit of a mess. Alright, so I got one guy to gather stuff, and I need another guy to harvest the stuff. And for that I need 5 messes and 5 metal. And let's look in our list and see what we know that will help us with that. Ooh. I guess shears, that's a good way to get metal. 2 of those will do. And mesas, yeah, I was going to say lots of food and stuff should have that. I could do a couple of wheat, couple of apples, and then like a potato or a carrot or something. Any goo? No. I don't know if this works or not. It might. Alright, so I need a couple of shears. Let's do this. And I think, even though these are damaged, that they should work. So I'm going to put the damaged ones in. Hopefully that'll still give us the same aspects. I think it should. And then I'll have a nice new set of shears for my pack. Alright, and let's look at apple. That's got 2 messes. Yeah, 1 extra thing. That's okay. Let's just do 2 of those. And then what about carrot? What potato? Yeah, whatever. They both got extra stuff, but that's fine. This one's got dirt at least, or terra, so that's not dirt, earth / terra. So that's a base one. That's probably better than the other. Oh, okay. So that didn't prevent it. It kind of popped out here on the side. That was just a little bit of. Oh well, shoot. Now the cobblestone fell in. We'll get a little more, or possibly get a little more. Hopefully not. Okay, so that shouldn't really affect anything. Well, I suppose it could. Let me just break the darn thing. That'll clear it for sure. But I think it can still generate the flux when you break it. It just dumps everything out all at once. Okay, so back to what we were doing. We needed to make a harvest core. 5 messes, 5 meadow, and a blank. So we're going to get 5 meadow out of the shears. We're going to get 5 messes out of the apples and the potato, and then we're going to get the blank core in there. So let's go shears. Did it. Golem animation core. Yeah, so that's kind of a bunch of garbage. Let's just see what happens if we break it here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and this one went down instead of up, but that's okay because I'll just replace that and we're good. Yeah, so that purple taint stuff, whoops, that's not where the water source is anymore. I had to change that when I was doing the basement. Yeah, if you get in that stuff, it gives you like nausea or something. Kind of gives you some damage. It's just icky. I think it can make a tainted biome if you leave it around long enough, so you probably don't want to be doing that. Okay, we're getting down to the wire on typical limit for time, but let's try to do this. I'm not going to need a bell right now. I do need a upgrade of water so they can see further, and I do need one order upgrade to make sure that the harvest guy can replant. So if you put an order upgrade on there, it lets him replant. So these are all golden nuggets surrounded by whatever shard. So I need 2 water shards, 1 order shard, and some gold nuggets. So here's some gold, 2 water, and 1 order. Yeah, and I made a bunch of crystal clusters and stuff, so I'm like darn near out of yes. Let's just put a few of these in. We can always get them back later, or put them back later. Oh, come on. Let me try breaking it. I'd like to be able to do multiples here. Yeah, see there, now I can do a bunch at a time. Anyway, yeah, I'm like almost out of shards right now, but I guess I can always break the clusters if I decide I have to. Alright, and then the waters will give us the sense / range upgrade. And then this, and we can put these in here and get a couple of bars back. Bam, 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 all that stuff in there. The other thing I want to do is bring down a stack or 2 of silver wood. Doesn't matter what kind of wood, but this is how I'm going to do it, because I got tons of silver wood. So what I want to do is... it would be just turning night. That's fine. We'll just sleep here in a second when stuff starts spawning. What I want to do, and again, this doesn't matter as much in this pack because stuff isn't going to come try to kill your golems, but in the Ars Magica pack, I tried 2 or 3 things, and I had the what are they called? The little flying guys. I forget the name. Hecates. I had Hecates coming after my golems all the time. I mean, I had lit it up for 50 blocks in all directions, and Hecates would still spawn and come flying in at me and trying to kill my little golems, and yeah, I got tired of that. So, rather than make some neat, complex, interesting pattern out of your mana beans, mana farm, I just went ahead and made a box and then planted everything on the inside, put my golems on the inside, and nothing could get in and mess with them. And that worked really well. So that's my new way of doing stuff. Okay, so long story short, we're going to finish this off, make a nice little boxed in area, 2 or 3 high so that mobs can't spawn and get in here. What I'm going to want to do is, oh, I forgot. Let's make a filing cabinet real quickly. Okay, and filing cabinets are interesting. They only hold 1 type of item. Oh, of course, I need some more chests. Whoa. There we go. They will only have 1 type of item, but mana beans are all the same type of item. They just have different metadata, I think it is. So this will hold basically an infinite number of mana beans. So it only holds 1 type, but it'll hold all of them forever, I think. Let me get my shears out here and clear out a little bit of area in the middle. Alright, good enough. So, we want the filing cabinet, we want the golems. So they're going to be able to put stuff in the filing cabinet, and then I'm going to pipe it out of here somehow. I haven't decided how to do that yet. We're going to put, let's see. Yeah, they don't need to be attached to an inventory. Well, yeah, the one guy does. So I will need a bell. Alright, so this guy will make him the harvest dude, and we want him to have water upgrade so he can see farther, and an order upgrade so he will replant stuff. And then we'll put him on harvest mode. Oh well. As soon as I do that, he's going to go break all these, and I'm not quite ready for that. So let's put down the flesh golem, or the gather golem. And let's see. How do I do this again? Suddenly I'm forgetting how we tell him where to put stuff. Hopefully it's just like this. Alright, so if I drop a piece of something, will you get it? Yes. And you put it in here? Yes. Alright, so he can only do 4 at a time, but that's okay. Not sure why he didn't put the second one in. Alright, and now if we make you harvest things, there you go. Go harvest me some mana beans. Yeah, and then he's going to go grab them and put them in here for us. So there's one. Yeah. Alright, cool. So, I think you get the gist. Let me see. Yep, we are out of time. Oh, hey, look, this guy grew. And it's got up here node, up here node. Let's scan it. I'm going to break this leaf right here. Cool. Just for the points. That's all. Only reason for that. I didn't even notice that was there, but obviously it was when I was trying to put down the silverwood. Alright, so I will build them a little fortress here, and they can just hang out here, and they can fill up that filing cabinet forever. And it looks like he can't quite... Well, he's probably having pathing issues. Yeah, that's a little far for him, so we probably won't go that far. I think we'll go like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, probably go about 4 in each direction. That should be pretty good for the wall. So I'll show it to you next time after it's all done. But for now, that's pretty good. We'll get this finished automating here shortly, and hope you enjoyed. And come back for the next episode when we'll do more great stuff. I'm not really sure what yet. All right, catch you next time.